Need high-quality video to promote your event, business, or band? We can help.
We're Pixel Pond, a video production team based in the Pacific Northwest, providing high-quality content to clients across the U.S. and Canada.
Whether you want coverage of your live event to promote for next year, or need a camera and a camera operator for your next big project, we can accommodate projects of all sizes.
Your story is important. Visit pixelpondllc.com or send an email to info@pixelpondllc.com to get started today. We can't wait to work with you.
Parental warning. This podcast contains references to pornography, adult toys, dirty talk, the Big O, the One-Eyed Willy, and burying the meat snake in the bearded clam. And it pretty much starts right now. Please podcast responsibly.
Coming up on Gamers Week podcast.
And last up, Terminator 2D, No Fate. Experience the thrill of Terminator 2 Judgment Day with arcade action and pixel-perfect graphics in this unique story blending iconic scenes from the movie with original scenarios and multiple endings. Humanity's fate is yours to decide.
Oh, and I forgot to mention you get to play as Naked Arnold.
Oh, sweet.
And you get to play as Naked Arnold.
You see the little 8-bit thing just flapping.
It looks like he's got nothing. They didn't devote any pixels to that, it seems, but the reference is there.
But if you watch the movie, there's a point in which he's walking through that bar naked, and one of the chicks looks down and then looks up and does like a So yeah, he was definitely packing something.
Now, if I recall correctly, in the movie, you can see like a shadow wiggling or something.
I don't remember that.
I don't think I paid enough attention to that.
My eyes were drawn, I guess.
If that's the case, and that is really real, I got to give you kudos for that. Why are you talking like you lost your voice?
I have strep throat.
We get to treat everybody to Donnie's sick voice.
Yeah. I just get to sit here and look beautiful. I mean, this is what people come here for anyway, so.
Blue sounds extra sexy, and Donnie sounds a little higher pitched, ironically enough.
All the bass has disappeared from his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is a tragedy. I will agree.
Can you do me a favor? Can you read this message or just put in chat?
Sure. Take this, you bad girl.
Did that do anything for you, Blue?
I'm not gonna lie. No, not much.
All right, just checking.
You're a dirty girl, aren't you? Yeah, that's right. Just lay there and take it.
It's just missing a little of the spice, you know.
It almost borderline sounds like the teenager in The Simpsons with the actor who's working at the drive-thru or whatever.
Hey guys.
Yeah, with my voice going in and out.
This is how Donnie's going to sound in another 40 years at the old folks' home.
Take this, you bad girl. Oh, my dentures.
Oh, you're definitely going to be the old man with a cane and a mirror on his shoe, though.
I didn't even think about that. That's smart.
Yep.
The amoxicillin is making me feel like a little slow, like almost cloudy in a little bbit.
Slower, right?
Yeah.
Not pulling any punches just because you're sick, apparently.
TKN85, we were saying the exact same thing, by the way. He just said, also, Donnie's sick voice is like the exact opposite of the Blue sick voice.
So it's not sexy at all. Donnie over here about to change our nation's vaccine policies.
Nice one, Loudmouth.
It's a strong start for today.
All right. I think we can do better, though. Welcome, everyone, to Gamers Week podcast. Like the name says, we analyze the best, worst, and weirdest headlines of the past week in the video game industry. This is episode 192, and today is Wednesday, December 10, 2025. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. My name is Blue Williams, and I will be your host for this evening. But as you can see, I am not alone. I do have two fine co-hosts with me. My first co-host is launching a new line of disposable pants for sports fans called Ejoculators after the Buffalo Bills scored 3 touchdowns in 4 minutes in a come-from-behind win against the Bengals last Sunday. Please, everyone, say hello to Ryan Payne, a.k.a. retrogamebrews.
To give you some context, Blue messaged me at like that point in the game was like, did you finish?
Finish is how I said it.
Right. Did you finish in your jeans? And I said, I'm still going. And they kept scoring. So, yeah.
Yep. And then afterwards, I was like, do you have anything left? He's like, it's just dust at this point. And as you can hear, my second co-host is currently joining us from the moon after getting the good meds for his strep throat. Please, everyone, well wishes to the one and only Donnie G.
Yeah, because you know the good stuff you're not getting here in the United States or on Earth. I had to talk to my buddy Elon, like that elevator express up to the moon where they got the good pharmacy, the good RX. Oh, you want the good shit.
Good RX.
I mostly meant because you said you were spaced out.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There it is.
See,
yeah.
I was a little slow.
All right. Want to start your own podcast? Maybe about how the Earth is neither flat nor round, but actually shaped like a butt plug. That's right. The Earth is God's butt plug.
What?
You'll need a place to host your show. Buzzsprout has a user-friendly interface, great analytics, and resources to help grow your audience. Just use the link in the description to get a $20 credit when you sign up for a paid plan.
That's why space is so dark.
See? Open your eyes, sheeple. And let's move on to our reviews, reactions, and requests. Jargoon ARC said, is there a reason Ryan didn't honor Writer's View with the title of Debate Daddy? Is he afraid she's getting too powerful, like Thanos collecting Infinity Stones?
I replied to this, and it's because it's very obvious that Donnie won the debate.
Is it? That's not what you were talking in the Discord.
I was saying that in the Discord. On Twitter, I was saying the opposite.
Okay. So you're a two-faced liar.
Yeah.
Liar Game Brews. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So we don't know which one is true. So she did not, ipso facto, she did not win the debate.
She did not win, though.
No, you didn't not win.
Not.
Something like that.
Okay.
Next up, Games with Coffee says, hold up, was there something in the turkey and fixings on Thanksgiving Day last week? Because I swear to all that is holy, you guys got funnier this week. And I'm betting it's because of something you ate. Not even 10 minutes in, and I'm already dying.
Thank you, Coffee.
Yes, thank you, Coffee.
Much appreciated.
It was probably all the acid we dropped beforehand. But.
Get you every time.
And Go Hobo Go says, I've been a listener to this beautiful podcast. Beautiful. Since around the 30 episode mark, I realized recently that I don't know the origin story of the podcast and how you three met up. So I would love to hear those stories. I am sure I am not alone there. Keep up the good work. We appreciate you guys. Dongle.
Love it.
Dongle.
Episode 200 is coming up soon. Dongle.
Jeez.
Dongle? Yeah, I said dongle.
He said it twice too, so he
you didn't hear it. Sorry, do I need to have my mouth to the microphone like this?
You might. Loudmouth says, oh God, I'd give 100 subs if y'all did a whole episode on acid.
1 square, better make it 2.
Yeah, should we discuss it on now or episode 200?
Let's make it something special for 200.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll make it something special for 200. Something to look forward to. All right, let's move on to our patron shoutouts.
We couldn't do what we do without the help of our gorgeous patrons. Here are the generous folks supporting Gamers Week on Patreon. We have a new patron to announce. A big thank you and welcome to Let's Play Princess. They'll be joining Davey PGH, LaShorty, the Pixelpon family, including Shanna and Luke, and the Skee-Ball Daddy, Zach, aka Old Cluster Nuts, Puzzle Butter, Number One Blue, Sick Voice Chan, John Barron, Sassy Sony, Eva Lust, Cyram, Al Harrington's wacky waving inflatable arm flailing two-man emporium and warehouse. Gotta hate that person. Mega Retro Man, Gamatroid, Mora Deeb, Michael, since you're new here, I'm gonna cut you a break today. So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? LaKite, I lost my spot. Emo S, Bill Tucker, you know the beeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. Food cakes, I hate it when my Schwartz gets twisted. Pickle Pecker, Ducks with Thick Thighs, absolutely the best podcast, a work in progress. Bobson Dugnut, Blues Little Sis, Loud Moth, Retro Blast Pad, BNT Zillaguy, The Mad Milkman, Seven Castle Forest, Crunchy Kong, Claw Machine Daddy, Frank Grande, Love Retro BTW, Steven Sand, Ramboski, Terry Canaire, Don't Make Me Pull This Car Over, I Am the Download Daddy, Hybrid Divide, and finally, You Fall Before Me. If you like what you hear today, we really hope that you do. Please consider joining us on Patreon. Your support helps cover the cost of producing the show, as well as other cool stuff we'll be doing like prizes and giveaways. Also gain access to our bi-weekly patron-only bonus cast called Gamers Week Uncut, patrons with benefits. Visit patreon.com/gamersweek or follow the link in the show notes.
Is I Lost My Spot one of the names of our new patrons?
Yeah, which patron is that? All right, let's move on to the headlines.
This headline segment is proudly sponsored by Absolutely the Best Podcast, a work in progress. Each episode, George and Zach discuss and rank all the best things, and right now they're working through every movie in the Alien vs. Predator connected universe. This week they've got a trivia question for us. According to the sub-screen for the NES port of Rygar, what two four-letter word attributes display the titular character's striking power and durability? Visit them at absolutelythebest.net or follow the link in the show notes. What in the god-awful name of detectiveness is this question?
So I think what it is so you know like how back in the NES and Super Nintendo era they couldn't fit all the characters on like one screen?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, on Final Fantasy VI, Phoenix Down, the Phoenix is spelled Phoenix rather than like the full Phoenix. So, I assume that that's kind of what we're looking at here is like, how did they represent it? Well, I don't remember. Like, it's been forever since I played Rygar.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, I'm more familiar with the arcade port or arcade game than I am the NES port.
Which I am not. I'm opposite.
Striking power and durability. How would they shorten striking power? I'm assuming like STPO. Durability would be.
Well, no, they're not saying they're abbreviations or acronyms or anything like that. They're actual words.
That's what I was going to say. They're actual four-letter words.
Really? Okay.
What's a four-letter
word? So they
word
just like replaced
power?
it. It wasn't like, I got you. Okay. Because like Phoenix, Phenix ain't a word.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then I don't know.
This made me think of that. I forget where I saw it. Maybe it was a meme, but it was a guy reminiscing about playing like Final Fantasy VI when you could only have 4 characters for your name. Mm-hmm. And so his name was Clint. He shortened it and couldn't figure out why his older brother kept laughing.
The N was important depending on which one we went with. So, yeah.
I had no idea on this either, honestly. Donnie, do you have a guess?
I don't. I can't think of any four-letter words that attribute to power and durability right now.
Yeah.
All right. So the answers are tone and last.
What?
For durability.
Okay, durability I can see as last, but
tone?
You have 4 characters. You work with what you have.
Okay, sure, cool, man.
Welcome in, Sam Disfaction. It says, hello, beautiful people. Is Sega announcing a comeback tomorrow at the Game Awards?
Yes. They're announcing the fact that they've just bought Xbox, and they'll be back. I guarantee it.
Yeah, Simon, I'm assuming it means muscle tone, but it's just an odd choice, honestly. Right. I think you could have gotten away with like STPO or R or POWR or something like,
Deacon says somebody needs to check Donnie's fever.
Tone Loc.
Funky Cold Medina. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, let's get into this week's headlines. First, we will be discussing the Game Awards, which of course are tomorrow, Thursday. So this is the point in the show in which we will fast forward to Thursday and act like it was seamless.
Diddly-doo, diddly-doo, diddly-doo.
All right, it is Thursday. Of course, the Game Awards are over. And through the magic of time travel and editing, we are now able to talk about them.
Diddly-doo, diddly-doo, diddly-doo.
All right, the biggest night in gaming sees hype man Geoff Keighly dish out shiny awards to the best games of the past 12 months, not to mention a plethora of game trailers and announcements. But of course, none are bigger than Podcast Daddy here on Gamers Week. So without further ado, it's time to crown the new Podcast Daddy for 2026. First up, Game of the Year. Of course, the nominees were Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Donnie and I voted Clair Obscur. Ryan voted Death Stranding. And guess who won?
Clair Obscur.
Clair Obscura did win.
The Kojima hate tonight will not stand. This needed to be the game. They needed to give something. Throw Kojima a bone, and they didn't do it.
Throw me a freaking bone.
Kojima normally gets boned pretty well in a Keighley show. But tonight was the odd exception.
I'm a little surprised. Maybe they're on the outs. I don't know. Maybe,
He was not mentioned, nor did he make an appearance.
He left Kojima on red.
Yep, I think so.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up was Best Narrative. The nominees were Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and Silent Hill F. And we nailed this one. All three of us picked Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, and we were all correct. Look at us.
The chat is pointing out that Kojima was indeed in the audience, so he was there, but maybe they're not on speaking terms or something. I don't know.
Oh, wow. I wonder what kind of mean mug he was giving him.
Mm-hmm. Hey, nice mug.
You know what? It makes the coffee taste better.
Next up is Best Art Direction. And we had Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silksong. Clair Obscur, Expedition 33.
It was. None of us got this one right. Donnie voted for Hades. I voted Silksong.
Ryan with Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah.
So swing and a miss, all three of us on that one.
We didn't perform super well today, guys, if I'm being honest.
No, we did not.
No. Sanity says Keighley only gave Kojima a Christian side hug. Next was Best Score in Music. It was Christopher Larkin for Silksong, Darren Korb for Hades, Lorian Tessard for Clair Obscur, which is who we all three voted for, Toma Otoa for Ghost of Yotei, and Woodkid and Ludwig Forsell for Death Stranding 2. And of course, Clair Obscur won. So that's 3 for 3 so far.
Which, that's boring. I'm sorry.
It's 4 for 4. Yeah.
Actually, 6 for 6. Spoilers, but
spoilers.
another one for Clair Obscur tonight. The French have taken over.
Oui.
Storming in with their baguettes and their cigarettes.
Next up was Best Performance, which was, this one, you had 3 from Clair Obscur, so
yeah.
Right, but they were Ben Starr from Clair Obscur, Charlie Cox from Clair Obscur, Jennifer English from Clair Obscur, Eric Ishii from Ghost of Yotei, Konatsu Kato from Silent Hill F, and Troy Baker, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Now, Blue, so close.
So
you
close.
picked Clair Obscur. You just went with the wrong Clair Obscur.
I knew it was going to be one
Starr.
of them. Yeah, I went with Ben Starr. I was just picking one of the 3 of them out of a hat, and it was Jennifer English, which is great for her.
Yeah, and I recognized her voice as Shadowheart from BG3. I did not know that. If that was the case, I would have picked her too. We've had sex.
Awkward.
Okay.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Is that how you would say to, or how you would walk up to her? Which is like,
Hey, we've had sex.
Nice to meet you, Miss English. We've had sex. And she's like, okay.
Next up would be the best indie game. And on the list was Absalom, Ball X Pit, Blueprints, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silksong. And who got this one right? Nobody. Clair Obscur, Expedition 33 was announced in Best Indie Game. Ryan had Ball X Pit, and Blue and I had Blueprints. And nothing. Swing and a miss on this one.
The only ones we had correct were the ones that the three of us all voted together on, which was Score and Music and Best Narrative. And then that means the deciding vote or the deciding award was Game of the Year.
Which I was thinking Clair Obscur, but I didn't want to be that guy that votes on the same thing as everybody else.
So that means we have an unprecedented tie for Podcast Daddy. And we don't have any procedures for how to deal with this.
This has never happened before.
This has never happened
this
before.
For 4 years.
Well, I'm glad that it's not an automatic, well, you didn't beat me, so yeah, you don't get the title. I'm glad it's not that.
I don't care for that impression.
Spot on.
It was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I'm okay with the co-daddy thing. I think that you guys can share this. Right?
Frank has a good point. Blue voted Clair Obscur, and Donnie voted Clair Obscura.
Oh, okay. Frank, I will fly down to Florida and I will whack you in the back of the knee, sir.
You just added that little extra, you know?
Yeah, just a little extra.
I mean, we can do a trial period of podcast co-daddies and see how it goes.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know, this sounds like you're going to be my stepdads.
I mean, it's
going to try it out, see how it goes. You know,
I don't think we should commit to a whole year if we don't know how it's going to work.
Could like this. No. Then how would we determine if the parenting is not working out? How would we determine who gets to be podcast daddy? Yes, Ryan.
I'm the one who is being parented because I am not the daddy. I am the child on this one.
Yeah.
So
Ryan has two daddies.
I have two daddies. So I can determine if the parenting is incorrect. And therefore, I accept things like retro games, laser discs.
Sexual favors.
Didn't I already send you a bunch of laser discs?
And VHS tapes. So you're already doing really well. Just saying.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Blue, you're up.
I don't think I like this arrangement. I think the committee is going to have to get together. We're going to have debates and discussions, and we're going to see how we should handle this.
I am not a committee.
Well, you know, also, as Terry suggested in the Discord picks, I finished ahead of Donnie. Donnie got 5 correct, which, by the way, was second to last. And I got 11 correct. So,
yeah, I don't give a shit about that. That was just, I was changing it up just for that. I was like, okay, let me change it up from my actual picks.
I think changing the rules at the last moment just is not our style.
Exactly.
We're not changing the rules. We're proposing solutions for this unprecedented situation.
But you're proposing solutions to where you coming out ahead.
But that's what she always does.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
You just proposed a solution that had you coming out ahead. So
I did not.
Okay, Ryan proposed it because I guess you're the favorite daddy.
All right, let's figure this out by putting this up to our patrons, right? We'll ask them to write in some solutions, and then we'll do a poll, and they get to decide.
Coffee says Gamers Week high score live stream to settle things. Yes, I like that idea.
What are we high streaming?
Yeah, she's going to be like, oh, Lion King.
Frank, no, we're not settling this with Mario Kart. Absolutely not. No.
See, he's afraid. Suddenly he can't stream.
Oh, okay. Any other game?
Dr. Mario.
Nonetheless, this daddy thing, I think we can settle it. We can figure this out. It will do wonders, I think, for all of our self-esteem when they get to pick. And I may DM some people in the background, you know, just saying. Again, retro games, Laserdiscs. VHS tapes.
I think the integrity of our patrons cannot be bought.
You'd be surprised.
Right?
I hope. All right. Well, we can move on from the drama of Podcast Daddy. And of course, the Game Awards also means hours worth, literal hours worth of announcements and trailers to sort through. So here are the biggest names to drop tonight. Debut studio Day 4 Night Studio presented Bradley the Badger, a 3D platformer starring a cute little badger with stages based on Cyberpunk, Bloodborne, and more. Argonaut Games and director Casey Hudson revealed Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, a new single-player game set in Star Wars Old Republic universe. After a weird statue appeared and leaked, trademarks soon followed. The next project from Larian Studio has been unveiled as Divinity, a continuation of the studio's original franchise, and the weirdest trailer that we saw all night.
Mm-hmm.
Soma developer Frictional Games and Kepler Interactive revealed a new sci-fi Ontos, a spiritual successor to Soma, which releases in 2026. Leon Kennedy finally makes his Resident Evil Requiem debut in the latest trailer for the horror franchise next installment. And Archetype Entertainment and Wizards of the Coast gave us a first look at Exodus gameplay, along with the hero June and the mysterious CC Orlev, voiced by Matthew McConaughey. Be a lot cooler if you did.
All right. Wizards of the Coast and Invoke Studios also unveiled a surprise new game in Dungeons & Dragons Warlock, which will focus on multiple types of magic, with Trisha Helfer voicing the main character. The next chapter in Remedy Entertainment's Control franchise, Resonant, will take the battle outside of the oldest house and follow Dylan Faden, brother of Control protagonist Jesse Faden, through a paranormal version of Manhattan. Multiple members of the cast of the upcoming live-action Street Fighter movie join the show next, with the first clips from the film in tow.
2 new Tomb Raider projects were unveiled next. First was Tomb Catalyst, and next was the rumored Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, a full remake of Lara's original 1996 adventure. Deadpool officially joins the Marvel Rivals cast as January's monthly hero, as NetEase debuted the Merc with a Mouth in a cinematic trailer.
A new trailer for IO Interactive's James Bond original story sees Bond travel to I cannot pronounce this anytime. Mauritania, where he runs into one of the game's main villains, Bama, played by Lenny Kravitz. Are you going to go my way? Sega's Total franchise will add Warhammer 40K into its portfolio, as T has revealed with a cinematic trailer that introduced by Stranger Things' David Harbour. And a surprise Bandai Namco title swooped into the TGA next stage, as Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thief, will bring the return of high-flying fighter jet franchise in 2026.
Star Wars fans will once again get to pilot a pod racer through different worlds, as Star Wars Galactic Racer was unveiled at the show. A new Mega Man game was a surprise reveal from Capcom, as Mega Man Dual Override was revealed for release in 2027. And the final announcement of the night was a High Guard, a new first-person shooter from a team of former Apex Legends developers called Wildlight Entertainment. The game is set to launch January 26, 2026.
I believe it actually says Wildlight Entertainment.
That is copy-pasted from frantic journalists typing things out as they're announced.
Entertainment. Yeah.
It's a rain entertainment.
And then we burn them.
All right. So what jumped out to you guys? What was the first thing that you just were like, yeah, I got to get this?
I think we got to talk about this Divinity trailer, because
Yes.
holy shit.
Yes.
So it first starts out, it looks like a Renaissance fair type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it reveals this big wicker man looking statue with this poor guy trapped inside. And kind of, as you would expect, they set the thing on fire. He's burning alive, which they're showing in detail more than I expected.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we move on to what's going on in the crowd, which is very busy at this time.
And children are enjoying the sights and sound.
Right. Children are enjoying this festive orgy, because, yes, there's people busy on the side. Yeah. And there's other people vomiting, and there's food, and there is flagellation, monks whipping themselves in the back.
Wait a second. I didn't see any
Yeah,
it was there.
Yeah, but they
A
were
couple times.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right.
It wouldn't be a Larian game if there wasn't some.
I'll have to go back and watch that again.
Yeah.
And then I guess something about it goes all wrong and they summon the wrong thing or whatever and everybody screams and runs away. But yeah, I guess I don't know why we should be surprised because it's not like this is a family show necessarily.
Right.
It's on the internet. There's swearing and things like that. It was just, I don't recall seeing anything quite that graphic before in a trailer at the Game Awards.
Part of me that was going, are they really going to continue to show this? Like I was expecting the cut to happen at any moment. And nope. Like guy's flesh is burning. Like, he's all of a sudden he's got boils.
Yeah. His skin is boiling.
Yep.
Dad, I think he's going to pork her. No, he's not going to pork her.
Because I know for a fact some people in the Discord were watching with their kids. So I bet that was fun and awkward.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, if I didn't notice it, there's probably a good chance that maybe some of the kids didn't really notice it.
Right. But still, I think like the graphic nature of it, though, probably was also.
Oh yeah,
difficult.
just like the sounds of like the guy taking the chicken and eating like the flesh ripping from like in between teeth, and then the guy barfing into the pen, and the pig's just like oh god, just full of like uneasiness.
I got to be honest with you, though. I'm kind of excited to check out this
I'm totally
game.
going to play this game.
Oh, absolutely.
The thing, if you want in a show that is 3+ hours, 4 hours almost, if you consider also the pre-show, how do you get people to remember your trailer?
Right.
Okay, it could be some weird real-time strategy game. Would you still play it? Or if it's a first-person shooter, would you play it?
No, but it's not
okay.
though. It's from Larian, which we know we like.
You say I don't know anything about Larian.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be like an action RPG. Okay, all right.
Well, and Divinity is an established series.
Right.
So it's going to be like, we assume, in that same vein. So yeah.
Now, this is where they throw you a curve. They throw you a curve. And it's a bejeweled puzzle game.
It's like King's Quest thing, like where they like it save the king, but it's the guy on fire,
Yeah, but aside from Divinity.
Fate of the Old Republic. When the trailer started happening, everyone was like, whoa, what's this? I was like, this looks a little Star Wars-ish. And as soon as I said it, you saw the sweat, like the close-up of her face with the sweat, and all of a sudden I was like, called it. Holy shit. A new game of the Old Republic. I was really into those games, and I'm just so excited to see what like a newer modern version of that game is going to look like.
I got to say, what a cultural icon that sound is. That everybody knows exactly what that is, even if you don't see it.
Yeah, and I think after Outlaws, Star Wars fans are still like looking for a good open world game.
Yeah.
Right. Which piggybacks off of another game I'm excited for, which is pod racing, right? I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a completely a pod racing game, but it's a racing game and could have pod racing in it. And I've always wanted to do that. The only other example of a pod racing game, to my knowledge, is on the N64, which you're playing with the N64, or the arcade one where you had the thing and you sat in the pod, right? Yeah.
Well,
Rowan.
It's called, what is it? Star Wars Racer? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Galactic Racer.
Star Wars Galactic Racer. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a racing game.
Right. Which I'm fine with if it's pod racing. Honestly, I've wanted to play pod racing, like a decent pod racing game for a long time. I don't think the N64, in my opinion, did it justice.
No.
So.
But if that game, if it's a legit pod racer game where you can have up to like 12 people racing or whatever, that would be the new Gamers Freak podcast racing game.
Mario Kart be damned.
Yeah. Mario Kart's dead.
Yep.
Mario Kart World won Best Racing Game tonight.
Yeah.
Right. Which I'm sure they paid Geoff a lot of money for that.
Maybe. I don't think Nintendo cares.
It was the only game that Nintendo won for, right?
No, they won Best Family Game for Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yay.
Yeah, but I don't think Nintendo gives a damn about Game Awards anyway.
It's a Games with Coffee. He knows what's up. Sonic got robbed.
Nintendo just sits there with their piles of money and don't even realize that the Game Awards are going on. So,
Did not know that, Webhead. I did not know that they had a PS2 Racer Revenge and that it was also on the Saturn. Okay. Well, how about that?
Mm-hmm. But I tell you what I'd do. Two
What?
Tomb Raiders at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Both of those looked great.
Awesome.
I mean, the Tomb Raider trilogy was great, and I really liked that version of Lara. But I think it's time. It's time for a new game. Something that gives you a little more freedom.
Yeah, then also going back to your roots to the beginning and getting to play those particular levels all over again. Because I got to be honest, I fired up the original Tomb Raider a couple weeks ago, and it's just
Brutal.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
wow! Like I was super excited whenever I brought that back to my barracks when I first bought it in Virginia in 1996 when I was in AIT. I got my PlayStation. I bought Lara Croft Tomb Raider, and I'm playing it, and like I didn't know what the to do, and it's just having to go and experience that all over again after knowing like that like, you can't really see the difference between like the rocks and the ground. And I was like, nope, I'm checked out.
I will say they have the like HD remakes of that. So if you're really boned up to play those again, but yeah, totally.
And the surprise of the night, for me anyway, was the Street Fighter trailer.
Yes. Oh.
I was real concerned about this movie up until they showed that trailer. And it actually looks like they're leaning 110% into the cheese factor. It looks very 90s, but also very flashy and modern. They had pretty much the entire cast there, I think, to give away the award for best ongoing game, which was extremely impressive. I thought it looked darn good. And that trailer now has me won over.
The only thing for me is that this is just a personal thing. I'm not a huge fan of Andrew Schultz, so that cheapened it a little for me. But then again, Jason Momoa is there. He's my boy.
There's a lot of interesting casting on the movie, which we've talked about before.
2 wrestlers in there as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes, yeah. Oh, 50 Cent as well, yeah.
Yeah,
so who wasn't there.
Who wasn't
on the stage.
He's swimming in his Diddy documentary money.
Yeah, you can't go to LA. You get shot.
But anyway, yeah, I thought all other things aside, I thought the trailer looked great.
Yeah, there's a huge dude. I think he played Zangief, right?
Yeah.
That's like got to be 7 foot tall.
Oh, at least you had all those wrestlers who are all big men. And then you had Jason Momoa, who was just a little bit taller than them. And then this Zangief guy was at least like 8 inches taller than that.
Right.
Now, I wonder how taller this guy is than Thor Bjornsson, who played the Mountain on Game of Thrones.
Right. I think Thor is probably, 6'9", 6'10"?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Now, but if you compare, like if they were to call Thor Bjornsson to play Zangief, it's like, okay, I think they could have made it work. But this guy actually looks like...
Oh, legit.
Zangief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But please, can you just bring back the line, quick, change the channel? That is the best line in that movie. Please bring it back. Quick, change the channel.
He's 7'2".
I beg to differ about the best line in the movie.
For me, it's a personal. I mean, this can be subjective.
For me, it was Tuesday. That's the best line in the movie.
He's right. It was Tuesday.
So if they have a reference to Tuesday or something like that in this movie, then yes, that's going to seal the deal.
It's Dutch bodybuilder and actor Olivier Richters.
Okay.
A Dutch guy that's tall. Who would have thought?
What did you guys think about the newer gameplay of Resident Evil with Leon?
It looks very Resident Evil 4. I love it.
It does.
Shoot the water, Donnie.
I know a lot of people don't like Resident Evil 4, but that is my favorite Resident Evil. And so I'm so here for Requiem now, especially knowing my boy Leon is going to be in it. There's going to be 2 separate campaigns, one with Grace, one with Leon. And I'm ready to do this again.
Simon Asher says, I was happy to see Leon get a chainsaw and like right up through the guy. Oh, that was nice. I did hear that you let out a squee. Can we get a rendition of that? Thank you for indulging me.
You're welcome.
No, but for me tonight, it was Fate of the Old Republic, Control Resonant, Gang of Dragon, the Tomb Raiders, Ace Combat 8, Galactic Racer, and Mega Man Dual Override. Out of all the games that were announced at the Game Awards, those are the ones that I was most excited for.
Yeah, Mega Man was an interesting one. I was not expecting that. I love me some 2D Mega Man. Let's do it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Games with Coffee was in the live chat the whole night saying, is this Mega Man yet? Is this Mega Man yet? So apparently people knew it was coming. But yeah, once they play that music, you're like, oh.
I was actually filling up coffee at the time when all of a sudden Dr. Wily Stage 2 came on, you know? And I was like, oh, I know what this is.
But overall, it was so long. It was so long.
It was.
And there was about, 20 minutes too much of Muppets. And I don't get it. I don't get the Muppets.
I can't say everybody loves Muppets because obviously you don't. But the Muppets are always a nice little throwback if it's done correctly. And she called him Ralph, not Rolf.
Right.
So I started to get a little upset about that. But as I said earlier, like I would love to see like maybe a Muppet video game where it's like a live action Muppet video game, choose your own adventure with Swedish Chef in Los Angeles. He could be a gang member. He could be a drug dealer.
Grand Theft Auto Muppets.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to see something like that.
Stay near to my little friend.
I like the Muppets in the right context, and live shows are rarely the right context.
I agree.
Duck says a Muppets Hell's Kitchen or Swedish Chef Hell's Kitchen.
That would like Overcooked. That would be great.
I don't hate it.
What are you, idiot sandwich? Oh my God.
All right. Well, we survived the 4 hours worth of Game Awards.
Yes.
We did it.
So thank you so much, everyone, for jumping in here again. And I think we'll take now the show, rewind it back to Wednesday.
All right, they're done.
Ducks in disguise. Where's the hurdy-furdy sauce?
Who the hurdy-furdy turd? All right. Next up, in a move that will dramatically reshape the entertainment business, Netflix and Warner Brothers Discovery announced an agreement Friday under which Netflix will acquire Warner Brothers, including its film and TV studios, HBO Max and HBO, plus all their properties, the whole of the DC universe, and of course its remaining game studios, including NetherRealm and Rocksteady, makers of Mortal Kombat and the Arkham games. The deal has a total enterprise value, including debt, of approximately $82.7 billion, with an equity value of $72 billion, the company said. Netflix said it expects to maintain Warner Brothers' current operations and build on its strengths, including theatrical releases for films. Currently, Warner Brothers has deals to release its films in cinemas throughout 2029. In an investors Q&A earlier this week, a caller asked if the WBD acquisition would enhance or accelerate Netflix's gaming ambitions, which have floundered after a hard-charging start. Netflix co-CEO Gregory Peters acknowledged that the WBD pickup would be a boon for his company's gaming division, but not to the extent that it makes any real difference. While they definitely have been doing some great work in the game space, we actually didn't attribute any value to that from the get-go because they're relatively minor compared to the grand scheme of things, Peters said. And he's not entirely wrong. Hogwarts Legacy was indeed a huge hit, but the spectacular, extremely expensive failures of Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and Multiversus forced WB Games to embark upon a major restructuring, which saw studio closures and the cancellation of multiple projects, including a reported Hogwarts Legacy expansion and definitive edition. So I do have one question here. I know that Paramount Plus also put a bid in. Mm-hmm. Do we know if that whole thing's done? Like it's official?
When I checked this morning, nothing had been made official. It was like the Netflix deal is equivalent of like $27 per share, but then there's debt, and then Paramount is offering like $30 per share cash. So
is Paramount the company trying to come in and do the hostile takeover?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Paramount.
Yeah. It's like how you've already made an agreement with the company, and then I don't even see how this is possible for another company to say, well, we're just not going to take no for an answer. We're going to go straight to your shareholders, even though you have an agreement with another, just because they didn't like your deal.
You know, there's always a last chance. It's the reason why at weddings they say if anybody has any objections, stand up now.
I love you. Oh God, no, thank you.
Hostile takeover.
I did hear that the reason that Paramount Plus was looking to buy Warner Brothers because I believe Warner Brothers owns CNN, and the CEO of Paramount is not a fan of CNN and is looking to gut it as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Ducks in Disguise says Paramount offered like 8 times what Paramount itself is worth total. I don't see how that works.
Just stripping stuff off the walls. Like, okay, what else can we throw in on this? The interesting though part for me is that if you look at it from a gaming space, right? Paramount and CBS do not have any gaming whatsoever, right? Netflix does. Netflix has some gaming stuff that it does, mostly either mobile or like kind of through the app. There's gaming, right? Mm-hmm. Where you can play, which I think they're all mobile based games if memory serves me right. But this could be a big push for that Netflix gaming. If they can acquire all of these IPs and these licenses, they could really up their game if they wanted to. But to this article's point, it's not exactly, a home run in that regard. But if I had to choose for the gaming sake of the Warner Brothers deal here, I'd lean towards Netflix in the sense that they've already got a gaming space and therefore will more likely foster a gaming company than necessarily Paramount would with not having any experience doing it. At least that's my immediate reaction to this.
But I mean, if you're a company like Paramount and you don't have the experience, you can always go out and buy the experience.
This is
true.
But
then again, then you will be stripping the copper from the walls like a meth head.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, well, we ain't got no money to bring in talent, so I guess we're just stuck with this. Hey, Bob, you know how to make video. You play video games, right? Here, make a game. You're responsible for Mortal Kombat franchise.
No. We'll just have the AI make the games. AI Mortal Kombat coming right up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry. Thought though, I don't know how long Warner Brothers has owned the DC properties.
Sure.
But it seems to me that over the past 10, 15 longer years, the DC properties have had more failures than they've had successes. And so
you don't say.
I am not a DC fan. I tread carefully. Maybe it's a good thing that they are changing hands.
Okay, so apparently Warner Brothers has owned DC since 1967.
Really?
Huh.
I didn't think it was that long, but then again, I mean, you're talking about looking back. I'm looking through like catalogs in the 90s and seeing all the Batman stuff and like that. So it's definitely, I know that it's been that far. I just didn't realize it's been since the 60s, man.
So that means that Adam West was an employee of Warner Brothers.
By proxy, sure.
Yeah, you got bought up, right?
Yeah.
Ow, smack.
Sip.
Some days you can't get rid of a bomb.
So Ducks in Disguise says Microsoft going to swoop in and buy it so they can shut it down in 4 months.
That would not surprise me whatsoever. And
TKN85 says without Paramount, we never would have seen Master Chief's bare ass, so clearly they should win. I like this logic.
I would say you're making a compelling argument for some.
I will say that Netflix is not always a great steward of its properties, and they will give up on a project like that. So there is some concern about them having so many IPs under this deal. Personally, I think, but it also would seem really stupid for you to pay this kind of money and then just not do anything with what you bought.
No, but they're going to have. So now all the Warner Brothers licenses will be at their disposal, so they can have all of that content on Netflix all the time now. So all the stuff that they wanted to. Absolutely. So all the stuff that the Warner Brothers would take away and show on their own streaming service or whatnot, that no longer has to happen. Every single Warner Brothers film can now be on Netflix, and you already have a great repository anyway, especially with their own stuff. So just keep bringing people back for the newer Warner Brothers content. There's money flowing into your coffers, and that'll give you the ability to use that money more wisely.
Yeah, especially when you do your special WB tier where you have to pay an extra $10 to get...
No, please don't start that.
I didn't start it. Everyone does this.
No, don't put that out there. We don't need that
It's
out
already
there.
out there. They already thought about this. This was part of the business plan when they proposed this buyout.
You know what's crazy to me, though, if you think about it? Netflix started as a little company that would send you DVDs.
Yeah.
And now they got enough money to spend 70-something, 80-something billion dollars on purchasing one of the largest studios that's ever existed.
And for this, we lost Blockbuster.
Yeah.
We all share some of the blame in this.
It feels like it's a black hole, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
That's going to end the universe.
Entirely possible. All right, next up, GameStop's Trade Anything Day saw shoppers bringing in sex toys, a bobcat, and a goose. The event was held on Saturday, December 6th, and promised to be a fun and exciting day that redefines what trading looks like with GameStop. For one day only, customers were invited to bring in one item that fit in the store's 20-inch cube-shaped Trade Anything box in exchange for a $5 store credit. Reported among the strange and dubious treasures handed in at GameStop branches on Saturday were a gas mask, a stuffed bobcat, a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit sign, an educational model of the blood vessels surrounding the human lung, a bowling ball, a creepy doll collection, a rather bedraggled stuffed Canada goose, a folded copy of the Declaration of Independence, a paper straw, a pair of Nike Air Jordans, an incomplete Friends box set on VHS, a Stars and Stripes helmet, a portrait of a dog sporting Snoop Dogg's famous hairstyle, a bottle of Martinelli's sparkling cider, and a single plastic spoon. The famed gaming retailer seemed proud of its chaotic day, but workers on social media complained of disrespectful and belligerent customers who took the company's announcement as an invitation to create pandemonium. Some workers were forced to deal with online influencers attempting to troll them for a reaction, while others were confronted with inappropriate items, such as dildos, a custom Sonic the Hedgehog sex toy, and pornography. There were lots of kids in the store, and so I got upset and kicked him out, said one staff member who dealt with the would-be dildo donor, and now reports that his store's regional manager is upset with the decision. I don't care if I get let go at this point. How the f*** is this man going to defend a dude for bringing a literal dildo into the store?
Dildo donor. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum.
TM.
Yeah, the trademark. Don't even attempt it. That's mine.
Yes, Games with Coffee, a custom Sonic the Hedgehog sex toy. I had the same questions.
All right. This is an example of people who live in an ivory tower that think that this is going to be just a great way to drum up PR without realizing what their employees were actually going to have to deal with when this thing rolled out. If I worked in like a pawn shop and somebody came in with an adult toy that wasn't in the package, I'd be like, get the f*** out of here. I'm not taking your sex toy.
What's
this
that
is
film
ridiculous.
all over it?
Exactly. This is a biohazard, potentially.
Yeah.
I ain't touching this thing, right? And they did that to these. I mean, honestly, let's say most the people who work at a GameStop are under the age of 30, right? So many of them are just kids.
You hope they're over 18.
You hope, right?
Because then it gets real uncomfortable.
Right. There's a part of that as well, isn't there? But it's still young people who are dealing with something that was a decision made from an executive somewhere that just didn't give a shit about what they would have to go through. My opinion of GameStop, if you had to look at the graph, there are no ups in this whole scenario. It has been a straight shot downward. It is the cliff. And this might be the last straw for me when it comes to GameStop.
There should have been rules set forth in place. There's rules, and then there's the common sense element. I mean, come on. You know that there's going to be people, and with the term social media influencers or whatever, people doing anything for a laugh. I get it. It's probably something I would have done whenever I was younger, but you're going into a place where you realize that there are kids probably working and kids probably shopping, families there with their kids, and you're bringing in pornography. That's probably going to end up putting you on a list and getting you with a charge.
Yep.
Just for doing something stupid.
And then they become part of the content for these content creators who are looking to troll them as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to be on the internet for somebody trying to stage a reaction for me that I brought in something that was clearly inappropriate or disgusting.
They did have rules. Like you couldn't trade in anything illegal. You couldn't trade in anything hazardous. But I think that was the extent of the rules. I mean, this story is disturbing on several levels. Of course, there is the collective responsibility of society. Like this is why we can't have nice things, because we have to turn everything into content, a reaction video, or something, so that we can get them views, because that's what counts more than anything else. And if we ruin some minimum wage employee's day, F them. The other thing is the fact that the regional manager would not support his employees in this decision. Right. I mean, while people are going, oh my God, it's so crazy. Let's make it a circus. And they seem to have succeeded. But this just smacks of desperation for GameStop. Come in, trade us your junk. We're going to cart it to the dump. Like we don't care what it is. And you get $5 of store credit. What the hell are you going to do with $5? But that's the point. You're supposed to get your $5. You're supposed to walk around, buy a bunch of stuff, and they're supposed to make a bunch of money from this. I would be really interested to see how much money they did end up making for this stunt, whether they made a profit or they just had losses because of the expenses of the extra staff to fund the busy day, or, carting all the shit away. It's funny in a lot of ways, but it's also just kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean, if you the person who brought in a single plastic spoon, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like,
I would have wheeled in one of those big projection TVs from the 80s.
It has to fit in their box.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I had a little TV like that went in my dorm room in college. It had a VCR on the bottom.
It was as wide as a VCR. So.
Yep. You had enough room to put the tape in sideways. That's all you got.
Love it.
But yeah, just the generalized goal of making other people uncomfortable so you can profit from it in some way. Right. That is not isolated to Trade Anything Day. That's just a...
And it's not like we didn't see this coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh my goodness, that's what was going to happen. Anybody who has been on the internet for more than 5 minutes knows that was going to happen, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hope that regional manager gets a stern talking to after this, because you're right, not supporting somebody who had to deal with adult toys.
Tekken85 says, and I lost it.
Do you think anyone tried to trade all those terrible GameStop NFTs back to them?
See, and that's the joke. You don't even have anything physical to put in the damn box. Yeah. It's like, here's the magic error of your NFT, because it's not a thing.
And I think Games with Coffee said, we live in the worst timeline.
Oh, yeah. We've known that for a while. All right, let's move on to our top 3 new releases.
All right, first up is Mutant Football League 2, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Mutant Football League 2 is a hard-hitting arcade-style football game that combines intense gameplay, wisecracking mutants, weapons, deep strategy, and outrageous humor. Prepare yourself for the most insanely brutal football you'll ever experience. Next up is Skate Story, PS5, Switch 2, PC. You are a demon made of glass and pain, and yet you must skate, ollie, kickflip, and grind your way through the ash and smoke of the underworld as you take on a seemingly impossible quest. Skate fast to destroy demons and save other tortured souls on your journey from a fragile beginner to a hardened skater. And last up, Terminator 2D, No Fate, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Experience the thrill of Terminator 2 Judgment Day with arcade action and pixel-perfect graphics in this unique story blending iconic scenes from the movie with original scenarios and multiple endings. Humanity's fate is yours to decide. So, taking a look at these. Donnie, what are you going with for this week?
Mutant Football League 2 seems like something I would enjoy if I were back in my teen years. I love the Mutant League football, the Mutant League hockey. This one, I think the shtick is going to wear off pretty quickly. So I'm not gonna pick this one up. Skate Story, like I said in the Discord, I Get it? I love skate games. I love Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I don't know. I'm a demon. I just got to skate, man. Yeah, it looks visually stunning. I will give it that. If I were high off my ass, this would be the game to play and just be like, whoa, man. But until I see like the storyline and stuff like that, I'm going to pass on Skate Story, leaving with Terminator 2D No Fate. This game looks amazing. It's incredible. I played the original Terminator 2 games on the SNES and the NES. Both are not great. The Terminator game for the Sega CD is an amazing gameplay and soundtrack. And I'm hoping this one actually kills that one, knocks it out of the water. I'm looking forward to Terminator 2D No Fate. And I think it only cost like $19.
That's legit.
Yeah.
Blue, what are you looking for? Are you on mute?
She's on mute.
Real quick. Let's go over the patron poll in the Discord. So of these 3 games, Skate Story got 17% of the vote. None of these got 11%. Terminator 2D No Fate got 72%. By far the winner. Now, in full disclosure, the other game that was originally planned for this segment was Code Violet, but they announced, I think, earlier today that they're delaying a month, so...
A little late there for you.
I was like, God damn you. Anyway, so Mutant Football League 2. I never played the first one. It looks like a combination of like Madden and Mortal Kombat. And I don't know if you know that PS2 game Trapped.
Yeah.
You run around the mansion setting traps. It looks like a combination of those 3 games. Can be fun, I guess, if you're into that. But I think I agree with you, Donnie, in that the shtick would get old quickly. So probably not for me. Skate Story, I mean, it looks cool if you're into skating games. It looks like it's, instead of like the Tony Hawk games where it's a little more above and behind the character, it looks like you're like right behind the character. Not quite first person skating, but close-ish. If you like skate games, I'm sure this would be a fun spin on it. And, you know, visually it looks cool. Yeah. But the one that I've obviously got my eye on, and I think most everybody else, is Terminator 2D No Fate. It looks so good. It looks exactly like its retro inspiration. It's a no-brainer for me. Terminator 2D No Fate.
Nice.
What about you, Ryan?
So Mutant League Football, I enjoyed the games back in the day. I think they were on the Genesis mostly. Mutant League Football was fun. I actually was more of a fan of Mutant League Hockey because it was a reskin of NHL 94, which I absolutely love and still love to this day. It got a little annoying at some points, though, because, holes in the ice would pop up when you're doing really well, like swallow up your character. But nonetheless, it was fun. But to kind of share that sentiment, even those ones, the novelty wore off after a little while. So, but not to say I wouldn't give this a go, though. If I don't know what the price is offhand, so if it was reasonable, I would have it as something to play every once in a while, and get a few laughs in, because it's funny. I mean, they're like, everyone likes a little bit of good fart humor from here and there. And that's plenty of that in there, it looks like, based off of the trailer. So
it just doesn't hit the same as when you were 13, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty immature.
I won't argue with you there.
Which brings to Skate Story. I'm not a skate fan as far as games are concerned. Yes, I played Tony Hawk back in the day. Yes, I spent a lot of time doing skate games back in the day. It just doesn't spark joy for me anymore. So while I agree this looks really cool, it looks adventurous, and I've heard good things, even in the Discord. I think Stack said he had a buddy who played the game and really enjoyed it. Yeah. Just not my thing.
The early reviews on Steam are extremely positive, or very positive, whatever it is, the verbiage they use.
Which, of course, brings up Terminator 2D No Fate. This is one of those games that has the right level of nostalgia, but it also offers, I think, something new, because I think that it covers a lot of genres. It appears to be a beat 'em up. It appears to be almost like one of those point and click shooters. It looks like it's a run and gun game. Like, there's a lot of variety in this game.
And I forgot to mention, you get to play as Naked Arnold.
Oh, sweet.
And you get to play as Naked Arnold.
You see the little 8-bit thing just flapping.
It looks like he's got nothing. They didn't devote any pixels to that, it seems, but the reference is there.
But if you watch the movie, there's a point in which he's walking through that bar naked, and one of the chicks looks down and then looks up and does like a So yeah, he was definitely packing something.
Now, if I recall correctly, in the movie, you can see like a shadow wiggling or something.
I don't remember that.
I don't think I paid enough attention to that.
My eyes were drawn, I guess.
If that's the case, and that is really real, I got to give you kudos for that. It's one of those Easter eggs, you know.
Yeah.
Just keeps on giving. But yeah, Terminator 2D No Fate. Sign me up. This is exactly kind of game that I'm looking for right now.
Hell yeah.
And even though I'm a little beaten up about the fact that this has variety, definitely hits.
So it's amazing. Last week you guys said that you were both beat 'em up out, and now this week you're both going for a beat 'em up. That's kind of weird.
Not fully a beat 'em up.
It's not really, and it's Naked Arnold. We already said
Fully a, but your punch. Okay,
but it's also a run and gun.
Okay, right. But I can take 15 minutes of a beat 'em up. I don't need 3 hours of a beat 'em up.
Or beat 'em up level, interspersed with a run and gun level, interspersed with a platformer level, and then you go back to beat 'em up. See what I mean?
If this game is 15 minutes, that I'm not paying.
No, not the whole game. It's just that level that you're on.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, before we move on, let's take a quick break to talk about our sponsor. This segment is proudly sponsored by the Retro Game Club podcast. It's a fantastic family-friendly retro gaming podcast. In each episode, Rob and a guest pick 2 games to play and discuss, as well as news, interviews, and other topics. This week, they want to know, what's your emulation setup? FPGA, Raspberry Pi, Emu Station, something else? Visit them at retrogameclub.net or follow the link in the show notes.
I'm glad we don't have you doing more reading. I'm sorry.
No, I'm pretty sure it sounds absolutely like shit.
It just sounds like it's fading so fast.
Yeah, I apologize.
As you said, it sounds like the kid from The Simpsons with acne on his face.
Yeah. That's going to come out of my paycheck.
I don't really do emulation not like on my PC or anything. I did get one of those little Raspberry Pis that's in a Super NES shell, and it's got the whole library on there, which is super cool. And that's really all I ever wanted. So that's kind of the extent of my emulation adventures.
Mine is based in PC, which is usually SNES 9X.
Yep.
Which is what I play with that one. The other thing is I've got an FPGA console through Analog, which is the Super Nintendo version. Hey, you'll see a theme here. I mostly emulate Super Nintendo games.
I'm the same as you. Mine is PC based. SNES 9X. There's a Genesis one. There's even a PlayStation one that I picked up. For the most part, I mean, I have a treasure trove of games sitting over here to choose from. Some of the more expensive ones that I don't have, sure, I'll spin those up on an emulation and whatnot. And emulation for training is very, very nice because the repetition and constant, like trying things, and like whenever you were doing the RGB high score challenge, playing a game like Lightning Force and being so far into that game and having to start over.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, well, I forgot this one spot. Well, no, I can do a save state and just, practice this one spot over and over and over and get the muscle memory back or down for it so that now when I do my full playthrough, I know the feel everywhere I need to go. So that's why I do like emulation. But I don't play it all that often.
But you're one of the few people that I know of that can beat Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on an emulator.
On an emulator, yeah.
And that's very impressive.
I've done it a few times, and I never really understood what the whole input lag thing was until and I started experiencing it. I'm like, what? Oh, shit, okay. Like, oh, all right, it's a little bit more because now when we were at PRGE, just sitting down on the NAS, like, okay, I beat Tyson. All right, reset. I beat Tyson. Right. I reset. I beat Tyson. I don't think I could do that on an emulator.
No. That's self-induced torture at that point.
Yeah.
All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seat. Welcome back to a Professor Rybrad's Gaming History 101. In today's episode, before I jump into it, I do have a question to pose.
Okay.
What is the most expensive way to play Sega Genesis games?
So You book a ticket to Japan, fly down there, buy Sega, and then sit in your office.
She's got a point.
As the new president of Sega with your Tower of Power, your gold Tower of Power.
You should make them remake the building to look like a Tower of Power.
Yep.
You know? Okay, you got me there, I will admit. But for a average person who maybe doesn't have the kind of cash to lay down on purchasing Sega, there is another option. And that is the Pioneer Laser Active System.
That is my holy grail.
And today we're going to be talking about this. So when I hadn't heard of this until recently, was not aware that it existed. But I was aware of things like the CDX, which was an expensive way to play Genesis and Sega CD games. I was familiar with like the, Model 3, which I think was actually pretty cheap back in the day, but it has gone up a little bit in price. Like, I knew there was other stuff out there. This is outrageous. And we're going to talk about this as we go through, but it was a console. Not really. It was a partnership that was done between Sega, NEC, and Pioneer.
Well, the second most expensive would be the CDX.
Right. And I got to be honest with you, after reading this, I kind of want a laser active one.
Of course you do.
It's sexy.
Because I have a Pioneer laser disc player right there. All right. So we're going to take a look at the Pioneer Laser Active. It's a multimedia marvel that arrived maybe too early. So by the 1990s, Pioneer Corporation stood as one of the world's premier manufacturers of Laserdisc hardware, and Laserdisc never really achieved, we'll say, mass market dominance, but it definitely carved out a loyal following among videophiles or people who prized its superior audio and video fidelity. As the CD-ROM boom began and the industry became obsessed with quote-unquote multimedia, Pioneer saw an opportunity to create one machine that unified high-end video playback and expanding into the world of interactive entertainment. So the premise soon evolved into something maybe even more ambitious. Rather than building a standalone video game console, Pioneer wanted to make a universal multimedia platform, an expandable Laserdisc player that could become a gaming machine simply by adding hardware modules. This required partners already established in the home console market. So you thought Sega adding stuff to their Sega Genesis or Sega Mega Drive was an ambitious take in the early 90s. Pioneer was like, hold my beer. So Sega was the first logical collaborator, let's be honest, right? Sega Genesis and Mega Drive had this huge, massive global reach, and the Sega CD or Mega CD outside of North America was already experimenting with full motion video games and exactly the sort of content that Laserdisc excelled at. Now, Pioneer and Sega struck an agreement giving Pioneer access to Sega's hardware designs, and as a result, the PAC S1 S10 was created, a module that effectively inserted a full Genesis and Sega CD subsystem into the Laser Active chassis. Partnership quickly happened because Sega was already pursuing multimedia partnerships at the time. Sega CD, Sega CDX, the JVC's Wonder Mega, that's another expensive one, and other third-party hybrids. For Sega, the Laser Active was an prestige item that expanded the ecosystem without distracting them internally. Now, partnering with NEC meanwhile was a dominant force in Japanese PC Engine, aka the TurboGrafx 16, gaming. Their CD-ROM format was thriving, and NEC had experimented with FMV content as well. So Pioneer's pitch, a premium Laserdisc platform that needed a second game partner, aligned perfectly. The NEC partnership produced the PAC N1 N10 model, which embedded PC Engine TurboGrafx hardware and supported NEC's LD-ROM Laserdisc-based game format. So, taking a look at the development time, Pioneer's initial internal proposal dates back to the early 1990s. After the multimedia push ignited from the CD-ROM technology, full development of the Laser Active platform pack specifications and the joint work with Sega and NEC took between 2 and 3 years, more or less, culminating in the system's Japanese launch in August of 1993. All three companies saw the system as a way to experiment with next-generation entertainment without committing to new consoles. Taking a look here at our launch, Pioneer released the CLD A100 Laser Active in Japan in August 1993 and in North America shortly after. At first glance, it was beautifully engineered. High-end Laserdisc/CD player. But the real hook was that it was a massive expansion slot that accepted the pack modules.
It's a gaper.
Yep. So, pricing, perhaps the problem. The price was astronomical. Now, these are 1993 prices. Take into consideration.
Okay.
Base unit for the CLD A100, the Laserdisc player itself, was $970 to $1,000 at launch.
Damn.
Good Lord.
Each one of these gaming PACs, right? So you choose between Sega, NEC, or potentially both, were around $600 themselves. So if you wanted to play Sega Genesis and Sega CD games on your Laserdisc player, that was going to cost you $600. Optional modules also included things like karaoke PACs, which had a similar premium pricing around $600, and the Laser Active exclusive game discs, priced above standard game console pricing.
I popped on a converter, and $1 in 1993 is worth $223 today. So that damn thing was $2,230.
Just for the unit, not for everything it's added on. So if we're adding everything on, it sounds like it's more like closer to $4,500, almost $5,000.
That's fucking insane.
It's insane. You're right.
Yeah.
That's high-end PC, more or less.
Yeah.
That you can play Genesis games, or you can play Sega games, NEC games on, and plays Laserdiscs and CDs.
It's your all-in-one station.
Oh, of course.
I have all this stuff already.
So again, anything or anybody who wanted to buy both Sega and NEC gameplay would easily spend $2,000 or what we saw. But that doesn't include the software. So
God.
A little bit more than that too. Yeah. So early reviews, engineering quality, awesome. Sleek premium industrial design, awesome. Novelty of multi-platform interactive Laserdisc games, high praise. But the system's cost, complexity, and limited software support were roundly criticized. Even high-end hobbyist magazines noted that you could buy a Genesis, Sega CD, TurboGrafx 16, and a Turbo Duo combined for far less than a single Laser Active package. Laser Active launched as a luxury device in a market becoming increasingly cost competitive. That mismatch would define the system's fate. In fact, this was mostly marketed in Japan, which at the time was going through a recession. Good job, guys.
Read the room.
Yep.
Read the room.
So if we take a look at the game library, there was some cutting edge concepts, but execution probably wasn't the best, right? So Laser Active used two proprietary game formats, the Mega LD, which is where the Sega PAC unit would plug in, and the LD-ROM, which is where the NEC PAC would plug in. Both formats were essentially Laserdisc-based games with data tracks mixed in, allowing for full motion video heavy experiences that ordinary cartridges simply couldn't match. So we take a look at the library in nature. Across the Sega and NEC PACs, the Laserdisc Active or Laser Active received around 30 to 34 exclusive Laserdisc game titles. These included interactive anime-style adventures, full motion video shooters, educational multimedia discs, and arcade-style enhancements of existing franchises. While the FMV quality far surpassed the Sega CD visuals, the gameplay was often shallow, more interactive movie than video game. It's not King's Quest. What is it? What's the one? It's one where you got the knight jumping along. You got to decide, go left, right,
Dragon's
up,
Lair?
down. Dragon's Lair, right? So it's more Dragon's Lair than it is like an actual Genesis game.
Simon got it. Dragon's Lair, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, thank you. And again, owners could also play Genesis cartridges and Sega CD disc titles and Hue cards and CD-ROMs for the NEC run. So the backward compatibility was impressive, but also highlighted a core problem. Laser Active exclusive games didn't feel essential. Also, if we look at why the system had struggled, right? Biggest thing is, of course, the extreme cost. Even well-off consumers balked at the multimedia $1,000 price of a fully outfitted system. Fragmented software ecosystem. The Sega and NEC PACs were incompatible with each other's LD formats, splitting a tiny user base into two even smaller audiences. The small library with only a few dozen exclusive Laserdisc titles, many of them were niche full motion video projects that the system lacked real killer apps. Changing market. By 1994-95, the PlayStation and Sega Saturn ushered in true 3D gaming, and full motion video novelty was fading quickly. And lastly, high production costs. Producing Laserdisc, PAC modules, and precise Laserdisc player made the system expensive to manufacture, discouraging price drops. So if you look at this from a bigger point of view, the sales numbers never climbed beyond approximately 10,000 units worldwide. So by 1996, Pioneer discontinued the Laseractive entirely, and Sega and NEC stopped producing new Laserdisc-based titles even earlier. Multimedia conversion streams simply didn't match consumer demand, and the world was moving towards cheaper CD-based systems and not luxury hybrid machines. So while the Pioneer Laseractive stands today as one of the most fascinating near-future experiments in gaming history, it embodied a moment when companies believed full-motion video and multimedia interactivity would reshape entertainment. Pioneer, Sega, and NEC, yes, Donnie, in quotes, took a bold shot at the future, one driven more by cinematic immersion than 3D graphics. In hindsight, Laseractive wasn't a failure of imagination, but a failure of timing, economics, and focus. It offered a premium experience that few could afford. Its best features were ahead of its time, but its gameplay was stuck in an experimental FMV. I cannot say that acronym. And when 3D consoles arrived, the multimedia dream pivoted overnight. So today, the Laseractive is a rare collector's treasure, a lavish, over-engineered monument to early 1990s optimism about what interactive entertainment would become. And it didn't shape the console industry directly, but it remains an important reminder of experimental paths companies explored while searching for the future of gaming.
And you want one badly.
So badly.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
need one.
I mean, I would probably start buying more Laserdiscs if I had a Laseractive.
Anybody look up the price of what this is going for right now?
So I think it's well over $1,000. So basically it's 1994 prices. I had an opportunity to buy one a couple of years ago, I think 2019 at PRGE, $700. And I should have jumped on it.
Jeez.
Right.
But, trying to get something like that home in a suitcase on a bumpy airplane. Yeah, I was not taking that chance. So I just like, I'll pass. And then it's only gone up in price since then.
Oh, I would imagine. But the funny part is that $700 at that time still would have been less if you would have bought it new.
Yeah.
And that's a collector's item, which rarely, it's just that only 10,000 units sold. You're actually getting it at a discount at that point.
But then again, would you even use it that much for fear of some part of it going out on you and not being able to fix it?
Optical media is that way. It's so fragile. And especially early 90s optical media. Yeah, no way. Absolutely.
Like, that's why I don't use my Sega CD-X all that often. I don't play my Sega CD games all that often because I know with constant use, it's going to end up killing this. I've got 2 Sega CD systems sitting here that I need to get fixed. Those things are fickle.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will say thank you all for attending today's lesson for Gaming History 101. If you do have any ideas for a story you'd like to hear, feel free to email us at gamersweekpodcast@gmail.com, and we might feature your suggestion.
Absolutely, Kakalokoa. I had the Crisscross, the Marky Mark, and the NXS Sega CD games that I got at Toys R Us on clearance for like $1.
Marky Mark one is so bad.
And they were sealed. Like, I kept them for a while, for the longest time, because they were sealed. I was like never going to open them. And then one day I got rid of them. So I was like, I don't even play them? These. No, hell no.
Oh, fake fan.
I know, it's a travesty.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I know, it's a travesty.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap up the show. Thank you, everyone, for listening to episode 192 of Gamers Week podcast. And a big thank you to the Retro Game Club podcast, Love Retro BTW, Pixel Pond Production Company, and Absolutely the Best Podcast, a work in progress, for sponsoring this episode. Don't forget to check out their links in the show notes. If you want to connect with Gamers Week, follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky at Gamers Week PC. Watch us right here on Twitch at twitch.tv/GamersWeekPodcast, where we will record live every Wednesday at 8:30 Central Time. Email us at gamersweekpodcast@gmail.com. Visit our merch store at gamers-week-podcast.creator-spring.com, or if you want to do it the easy way, follow the link in the show notes. And last but not least, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/gamersweek. Finally, since you made it all the way to the end of this episode, please leave us a rating and a review to let us know how we did. We really do value your feedback. And while you're there, consider subscribing on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice.
I mean, we don't have to keep it to just Jesus. That's it.
Oh, honey.
Oh, God, bud. Yeah. Get this dude a lozenge.
I know. Get some hot tea. Get you some, like a bag of lozenges. Oh.
I've been sucking on lozenges for like 5 days now. Up until
is that his name?
His name is Lozenges.
It's Italian.
Yeah. But it's like, have you ever like tried going to sleep with a lozenge stuck on the side of your teeth? Die. Well, I took that chance. I went ahead and because I couldn't swallow anything anyway. So sound like Marty McFly's kid and retract. All right, I'll do it.
Grandma, you sure know how to hydrate a pizza.
Yeah, make your jokes, jokey joke maker.
They're making themselves at this point.
Yeah, and that's what I provide to you. That's my Christmas gift to all of you.
Donnie, bless us, everyone.
Yeah.
All right, well, good night, everybody. Thanks again for stopping by.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody. Next week I'll sound better. I promise. Bye.
Bye.
We're ready to go. Do we really have cold open? I mean,
I'll use the take this you bad girl earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you use it.
Warning. This episode references old people asking young people to take that.
That's summer-winter relationships.
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that term before.
That is a genre of erotica. Summer-winter relationships.
So old man
or
young.
Old woman.
Yeah. Let's be equal.
Let's be
fair.
honest, though. Where is it mostly old man?
I mean, cougars are a thing.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Some people like their cougar silver. That's all.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut, Patrons with Benefits. This is the unscripted, patron-only bonus cast with less editing and more dirty jokes. We don't know where the conversation will go, but we're sure it will be weird.
This fish just went right on my nipple, and I'm just like,
I Google Street Fighter 6. The first search result that comes up is people think they can see Ryu's in the Street Fighter 6 reveal.
Listen up here, kids. You're not going to want to get one of those VD STDs things, right? Make you fall off. When you go, grab a pro. You'll be doing it for America.
that was perfect.
If you want to hear weekly episodes of our patron-only bonus cast, join us at patreon.com/gamersweek.